The use of arbitration and mediation has been gaining ground during the recent years as an acceptable and preferable, I would say, alternative method of settling disputes due to its advantages over court litigation as being quicker, more flexible, and providing specialization in the matters referred to it. Furthermore, international arbitration is even more important than domestic arbitration as it meets the needs and the demands of parties coming from different countries with different jurisdictions who are seeking an impartial and reliable dispute resolution mechanism that both sides can trust. Admittedly, the EAC has managed through the many years of its operation to gain a good name of a trustworthy institution offering a real alternative to court litigation. There is no doubt that the setting up of a state chapter in Cyprus is highly beneficial in the field of arbitration and mediation. It is a well-known fact that litigants quite often refrain from resorting to the courts to have their claims resolved, not because they don't trust the system, but due to the prolonged, protracted proceedings required for a civil case to be fully resolved. This undisputed fact during the recent years has given wide prospects to the alternative method of arbitration in our country, and I have no doubt that in this respect, the Cyprus chapter of the ECA has a very important role to play.
In today's generalized world, arbitration and mediation may prove to be very useful tools, especially in commercial and financial disputes. Arbitration and mediation constitute alternative, effective, and simplified processes of dispute resolution for specific types of cases and claims, in particular small and uncontested claims. They are geared towards reducing the length, cost, and formalities of proceedings, thus reducing, to some extent, the heavy burden of the courts and making justice more effective. ADR is strongly promoted in the European Union with the goal of making justice more accessible, more rapid, and less expensive for European citizens. Arbitration and mediation constitute alternative, effective, and simplified processes of dispute resolution for specific types of cases and claims, in particular small and uncontested claims. They are geared towards reducing the length, cost, and formalities of proceedings, thus reducing, to some extent, the heavy burden of the courts and making justice more effective. The establishment of a European Centre for Arbitration and Mediation for commercial disputes in Cyprus promotes various ADR schemes and contributes to a harmonized application of arbitration and mediation framework in our country.
I'm very grateful to the judiciary and to the government for what I do not hesitate in describing a friendly approach to arbitration, provided it means to help justice to be made.
The European Centre of Arbitration and Mediation, it is an existing institutionalized, fully fledged arbitration court and Academy of Arbitration and Mediation since 1959. The establishment of the Cyprus Chapter is very valuable for Cyprus. It's valuable because a lot of business people have the opportunity to resolve their disputes in a speedy and efficient way through arbitrators who are specialized and experienced. Also, It's valuable because I believe if we establish this chapter here in Cyprus, definitely a lot of people from other countries, and especially our neighboring countries, due to the various problems we all know that they're happening around us now, they might consider it necessary to come to our country to resolve their disputes. And in this way, Cyprus will become known as an international center of arbitration. Also, at the same time, we will provide education, knowledge and know-how through educational programs and training for arbitrators and mediators. I would like to emphasize that the involvement in this initiative of Euclid University, it will definitely help tremendously the smooth operation and success of the Cyprus chapter. But of course, it's on you also to help, because we need you and the business people to trust the arbitration and to choose the European Court of Arbitration as a place for resolving your disputes.